All right. I don't know what it was. Streamlabs. For some reason, my feed didn't work out so well through Streamlabs. So I'll give this a second to catch up. All right, I think we're back. All right. Better. But anyway, not sure where I got cut off on the other stream, but this idea that terrorists are going to spend $8,000 on a contraption that makes a one-time, what is effectively a one-time use gun, is just nonsense. I worked in terrorism, counterterrorism, not terrorism, although some would argue that what the military does is terrorism. I'm not one of them. But I worked in counterterrorism for many, many years, and it makes absolutely no sense for a terrorist to spend $6,000 to $8,000 to print a gun that can only be used once, or maybe even twice. So the arguments, typically from the left, as typical, are completely wrong and completely false. But again, we're arguing the wrong thing. We're arguing. It doesn't matter whether or not terrorists can get a hold of these kinds of weapons or not, because we have a right to do that. I have a right as an individual, if I want to keep and bear arms, because the Second Amendment says the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, that I can make my own firearms, whether I do that in plastic, whether I do that in metal, whether I do that in some kind of carbon-based, carbon fiber, it doesn't matter. I have a right to keep and bear arms. If I can invent my own speech, if I can invent my own religion, then I can invent my own firearms. And so I'm glad that they're attacking this on two levels, but we need to attack this 3D printing argument on the First and Second Amendment. Because the Second Amendment, according to the liberals, the Second Amendment only applies if a firearm has a serial number or a firearm is purchased through an FFL. And that's what they're really worried about. They just don't want people to have guns that the liberals don't know are out there. And that's what 3D printing does, is it allows people to defend themselves without the government tracking who's able to defend themselves. So they know who to take it out. And where's that? Yeah, ethics is absolutely right. The government, they want a monopoly on violence. They already have a monopoly on legitimate violence for the most part, except in some circumstances, for example, self-defense. But now they want a monopoly on controlling how firearms get into the hands of people. And the thing about 3D printing, and I would even argue the thing about cyber currencies, is that the government doesn't have that control that they want, that they crave, and that's why they hate that stuff. So what we need to be doing is arguing that. We need to be arguing that we have a right to create our own saying, and that's not something that I'm hearing out there. I wholeheartedly support 3D printing. I wholeheartedly support people being able to put together any kind of firearm they want. If they want to go and get some PVC pipe, a couple of nails, a block of wood, and a little spring, and create their own little shotgun, by all means, go do that. You have a right to do that. It doesn't say the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed as long as you buy your gun with a serial number. Oh, but CJ, we won't know. How do we know if a gun has been used in a crime, because we can't trace it? I mean, think about the logic behind that argument. The crime has been committed. Who cares about the gun? It's the crime that we need to be worried about, not the object. Do we trace knives back that have been used in stabbing to find out who owned the knives before they were used as a weapon to stab people? This idea that we have to track firearms, you just track the person. Find the person that committed the crime. All right, it's that simple. But the arguments are invalid. All the arguments are invalid, and I kind of I'm starting to repeat myself. I just wanted to give a quick little video. I am on my way down here to Austin, to an undisclosed location, to pick up a bunch of firearms. That's right. You heard it here, folks. Oh my gosh. CJ's getting a gun. No, I'm not buying any guns. And no, I'm not doing any universal background checks to acquire them. But they are being legally transferred to me. I just said that so that the liberals would lose their minds. Because I know they're flipping out right now. Probably trying to geolocate this stream. Just kidding, guys. I'm just heading to Austin. Hang out. Do some Pokemon Go. I don't know. How's everyone else doing? I am going to go to the Capitol for a little bit, though. So if you're in the area... how's everybody doing out there? I'm kind of stuck in traffic, so I'm not moving that fast. All right, I'm gonna end the stream. This is boring you guys. So, hey, take care, guys. God bless. Take care, and take care. God bless, and be free.